Hey, welcome to Scripting 3, where you can learn all about JavaScript in short tutorials around 3 minutes or less. So in this case, we're going to get a hello world up on the screen. In this video, we're going to get a hello world up on the screen using Parcel.js. But before we do that, I just want to mention a little bit more about this distribution folder. So essentially, inside of here, we have got the index.html, and Parcel copies that from the root HTML here automatically. So whatever is inside of this index.html here, it gets copied into, so this is the original, and it gets copied into here, and then it gets its own, Parcel automatically changes the location as well. So this Parcel example here, JS, you can see that's that file there. And then this is the JS here that's converted from the ES6 and the JSX into the plain JavaScript, ready for all kinds of browsers. Also inside of here, there is a link to this CSS file, Parcel example. There's a code there, and then that's the CSS there. So this is where what your browser is looking at. This folder structure here is what the browser is looking at. So when I go to the 1234 URL that we saw in the last video, these are the files that it's looking at. And then there's the cache here too, and that is to help the hot loading work as really fast. So moving on, we're going to look at the app.jsx. But before we look at the app.jsx, so in the root here is this index.js, and then this is the entry point for the React. We've got our root, and it's pointing to the root get element by ID, the root, which is in the index.html. This one here, you can see that here the ID is there. And then the app.jsx, so back to the index there, so that's importing the app from the source components app.jsx. And then this is our app.jsx here, and there's some tasks that I've got to do there. But just a quick overlook of this. I've got React Router 4 in here. So this is import the browser router. React Router 4, you have to specify which type of router you want. So there's a native router and then there's a browser router as well. So we've got the browser router as a router, and then we've got route, and then we've got link. And here I've got two routes and one page link, and they're wrapped in this router. Both of those are wrapped inside of this router component here. So then when I run this, I'm already compiled here, so this is ready to go. So when I open the browser and on page 1234, then we're getting this warning here: home is not defined. So I'll go back to my code. And then home is not defined, so we've got to import the home route and the page 2 route. So here we're just going to import home from, and then that's in the same directory. So I think put home.jsx there. And then also going to import page 2 from page2.jsx, and then so we save that, and you can see that it's recompiled there in 1.8 seconds. And then if I go back to the home page again, and sometimes it will hot reload, but sometimes if it's like an error module like this, you have to reload yourself. So if I reload there, you can see my hello world, and then there's a link to my route as well. So if I click on page 2, it will open up, and you can see the puppy there. All right, and we'll talk about putting images in there, and talk about that in the next video. Okay, thanks for now.